Bonjour, mes amis. So that's kind of a hint of our upcoming trip that we have, our upcoming voyage coming up, and we're heading to Paris, France. And like, I kind of wanted to do a little quick video of like what we're going to do, what we're going to see, where we're going to stay, kind of our thought process and everything like that. Because I'm super excited about this trip. And also, I got like a new camera, new setup, and everything. I used to use my old DJI Pocket 2, and I upgraded to the next one up. So, kind of testing out all this just before we go, so that I know how everything works and everything like that. But anyway, our 30th wedding anniversary, my wife Patty and I, is coming up. We got married in October of 1996, and so with my wife's schedule with work and everything like that, it was easier to do an anniversary trip in the summertime as opposed to October. So we've booked this, I want to say November, so like 6 months ago. It's June right now. We are flying out on Delta, and we're doing the Comfort Plus, just so it's a little bit nicer, you know. It was a little upgrade, wasn't much of one. It's not like we get like the layback chairs or anything like that. We're not that fancy. But anyway, we have a layover in Detroit, and then we fly to Charles de Gaulle, and we land at like 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 in the morning their time. So obviously our hotel won't be ready. Maybe not. I sent them an email, and they've been super nice and everything like that. So the hotel, brings me to the hotel that we're staying at, is called Le Bain Paris. Les Bains, Bains, Paris. And basically what that means in French is the baths. And this is a very historic, legendary hotel and everything like that. It was first built in 1885 as the very first luxury spa in Paris. And then in 1978, it became like this legendary nightclub. Matter of fact, let me read this. Let me see if I have it. Pull it up here real quick. So basically, here's the who's who of who has partied there or has attended things there. Grace Jones, Catherine Deneuve, I don't know, Jack Nicholson, Sean Penn, Johnny Depp, Kate Moss, Naomi Campbell, so the whole fashion crowd. Concerts that have been put on there is Depeche Mode, one of my all-time favorite bands. Love Depeche Mode. Simple Mind, Joy Division, Prince, and in the presence of people like Andy Warhol, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and Karl Lagerfeld. Gaultier, I think, lived there for a while. So that was the kind of the nightclub. And then in 2015, Le Bain was transformed into a 5-star luxury boutique hotel, 39 spacious and unique rooms and suites, with the Roxo restaurant and bar, as well as the club and everything like that. So incredibly famous. We pulled a John Hammond on the hotel. Like, we spared no expense. Like, we wanted to be in the place. And now this, and I'll try to put some map stuff in here so you can see. But so, all right. So sometimes it's just easier to show you on a map. So basically, here's Paris right here, Greater Paris. Okay. So Le Bain, Paris. That's where we are staying right there. Okay, and you can see, like, off to the left of the Le Bain is the second arrondissement, and then down towards the Ile Saint Louis in Notre Dame, you can see the fourth arrondissement. So the third and the fourth, which is basically all of this right here, third arrondissement is called the Marais. You can see right there in the middle is the Marais. Now the third arrondissement where Le Bain is the Haute Marais, or the Upper Marais. And you can see right here, we are within a 10-minute walk down to Notre Dame, like a 10-minute walk to the Louvre, like a 15-minute walk to Palais Garnier, these are all places we're going to be visiting. You know, probably a 15-minute walk to Place de Vosges, Musée d'Orsay. And then the other nice thing about this is that we are so centrally located that there's two of the major metro lines that will take you anywhere here within Greater Paris within 10 or 15 minutes. So it's a great show. Like you can see here off to the left is the Eiffel Tower, and all that. And you can see these arrondissements. So the very first arrondissement right there is the Louvre. Okay. And as you move, you can see the second arrondissement right there in the middle. And then you got the third over here where we're staying. Then the fourth is here. Then you go across the river to the left bank. So the Seine basically right here determines if you're on the right bank or the left bank. And it depends on which way so the river flows basically on this map here from right to left. So everything to the north is called the right bank. To the south is the left bank. So you got the fifth arrondissement, sixth arrondissement, seventh, which is seventh. I'm incredible. We're going to be spending a lot of time there for restaurants. That's Saint-Germain-des-Prés, and they just have a ton of really good restaurants. And then you got, you can see just the arrondissements work out from there, 17th, 18th, and they end up at the 20th. So that's kind of how the arrondissements work. But anyway, as you can see, we are incredibly centrally located right for everything, and that was kind of the idea. Here is kind of a quick game plan of what we are going to do. We're going to be there for about a week. So these are the things we definitely are going to go see. Moulin Rouge. Probably won't see a show, but we want to definitely see the building and the Redwood Mill and all that. Place de Concorde. Probably most famous for, that's where Marie Antoinette head was severed from her body, from the guillotine. The Tuileries Gardens, Place de Vosges, Notre Dame. Obviously, we're going to go see Notre Dame at the same time. So Notre Dame is on what they call the Ile de la Cité, the island of the city, and Notre Dame is on the same island as Sainte-Chapelle, which is beautiful, looks gorgeous, and the Concierge. So we're going to see all that. We're going to go see L'Invalide, which is where the tomb of Napoleon is. And it's also like a museum to like the armies of Paris. We're going to go see the Pantheon. We want to go see Pont Alexander III, which is a bridge, which you're probably thinking, what's a bridge? Why? It's supposed to be the most ornate, beautiful bridge in the world. Can't wait to see it. Jardin du Luxembourg. We're going to go see that. We're going to take a day trip to Giverny, Vernon. So it's probably better known as Giverny, or Giverny, however you want to pronounce it. And what that is, that's the home of Claude Monet in Monet's famous gardens, where he has like the Japanese bridge that he painted so many times. I mean, so that should be a very cool day trip. And I tell you, one of the most things that I'm excited about the whole trip is that we're taking the train. It's about an hour, a little bit better than an hour train ride from Paris. It's northwest of Paris, like right on the southern border of Normandy. And but on the train ride, you basically follow the Seine River, and you cross it 7 different times on this train ride up there. I'm like stoked about the train ride. The gardens, my wife's really excited about the gardens because she loves her garden and everything. So it'd be very cool. So we have tickets for that already. We're going to do the Arc de Triomphe. We're taking the the walk up to the top to see supposedly the most beautiful view of like down the Champs Elysees and like the Eiffel Tower. Like you can see everything. So Champs Elysees, as I mentioned, we're gonna walk down the Champs, the to the Petit Palais and the Grand Palais. The Grand Palais, along with the Eiffel Tower, were both constructed for the 1789. Oh, 1889. Man, I'm so the 1889 World's Fair is so they've been there forever. I'm really excited to see those, both of them. Then we're going to go to Montmartre, which is north of the city, and actually wasn't really part of Paris until like maybe 100 years ago. They kind of annexed it. Montmartre was kind of the the artistic area of Paris. So when you think about Paris, you think about like the architecture in Paris, like what the Louvre looks like, and things like that, with that white kind of stone with the darker roofs. That everything's very aligned and matching and everything like that. And that's actually called Haussmannian architecture. And they purposely did that. They widened the streets and the boulevards to make them more beautiful, and it kind of booted a lot of people out of Paris, because they were taking their homes. But I mean, it turned out great. but that's kind of what you think of when you think of Paris. Montmartre, since it was annexed after that architectural type when they did the uniform in the city, so it looks more like a village, very villagey, very. You'll see like more of a French Tudor style, if you know what French Tudor architecture is and what that looks like. Windmills, things like that also. So a little bit more kind of country villagey kind of look. But at the very top of this mountain, Montmartre, is the Sacré-Cœur. And the Sacré-Cœur is a beautiful church that you go and you visit. So we're going to go see the Sacré-Cœur at Montmartre. And also we're going to go see the Palais Garnier. And that's a fancy way of saying the opera. I'm sure that the opera is probably that building by itself, taking churches aside, because like Saint-Chapelle and Notre Dame are on another level in my opinion. But like this might be the most beautiful building in the world. Some people might argue that no, it's going to be Versailles. And you know what? It's a fair argument. But we're going to go see that. Obviously, we're going to visit the Louvre. We're going to spend like 3 or 4 hours at the Louvre. You could spend 3 weeks at the Louvre and not see everything and be there all day. We have kind of a list of like 10 to 12 things that we really want to see, that we really want to visit and pay attention to and spend time in front of. And then we're going to get out. I think that the Louvre is a multi-visit kind of thing. So we're going in with that kind of attitude, that 3 at the maximum 4 hours, and then be on our way. So we'll definitely do that. Like I mentioned, the Eiffel Tower. Now, when I say the Eiffel Tower, I'm talking more of visiting the Eiffel Tower from the Trocadero or from Champ de Mars. So the Champ de Mars is basically the big, huge green space that you see pictures from of the Eiffel Tower. But at this green space, you can have like picnics and bring your wine and sit there and eat your cheese and maybe a jambon, which is a ham and a butter sandwich, which sign me up. So our game plan is to get our little goodies and our snacks and our macarons and things like that, and hang out on the Champ de Mars and be in front of the Eiffel Tower and also behind it from Trocadero, which you can get some amazing photographs from there too. We're not going up in it. I think it's a waste to go up in it because you're just looking at other stuff. You know, when I'm there, I want to look at the Eiffel Tower. So that's game plan there. Another thing that we're going to do, and I wasn't going to, it wasn't even on my radar to do, is a Seine River cruise, but we're going to do it at night. A buddy of mine suggested, he's like, "Oh, you got to do a river cruise, and if you can, do it when you're in front of the Eiffel Tower, and so on the hour, every hour, it like flashes and does all kinds of fancy stuff for like 5 minutes." The problem with going in June is it doesn't get dark in Paris, no kidding, until like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So we have a Seine River cruise that starts at 10:15 at night. So we're doing that, which it looks super cool. A few more things that we're going to do. We're going to go do the Musée de Cluny. And to be honest with you, I don't know a lot about it. My wife is the one that really wanted to go here. If I remember correctly, I believe it's a museum with like armor and like kind of medieval, kind of a more medieval things, as opposed to fine arts and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure I'm right about that, but if I'm not, we'll find out. We're going to go to Place de Bastille. Last couple things here. Another museum we're going to go see is the Musée de Carnavalet, and that is a museum basically for the history of Paris, which looks really neat. So it's just all Parisian history in this museum, and it's free, which is awesome, because there's not a lot free in Paris. Then we're also going to go, the last museum we're going to go see, which I might be more excited for this museum than the Louvre. It's an impressionist museum with a lot of works by like Vincent van Gogh. So my favorite painting of all time is the Starry Night for Van Gogh, but like the crazy one when he was in the asylum, and it's very, very chaotic and everything like that. And that is in the museum up in New York in the Met. Is it the Metropolitan? I don't remember. It's in New York. This one has kind of the precursor to that one. So the painting there is Starry Night over the Rhone, which is where his home was, and it's much more kind of an artistic look at kind of the Starry Night. So it's interesting to see the differences in those paintings and kind of his mindset. So when he did the one that I like, it's after he lopped off his ear for getting in an argument. So anyway, Museum d'Orsay. It was an old train station that they converted into a museum. So that's the other one we're going to go to. So super excited. We're also going to do this wine tour of La Caves de la Louvre. And that's going to be super cool. I'm looking forward to that. A couple things that we're not going to be doing this trip, which is breaking my heart. We're not going to Versailles. We decided to do Claude Monet's The Gardens instead of Versailles this trip, because we're planning on going again maybe next year. And also, you probably noticed that, so all my videos up to this point have been mostly like Disney World, Universal, Silverado City, beaches, things like that. We are not going to Disneyland Paris, and it's not even on the radar. I feel like that is like a second trip at the bottom tier kind of thing, or maybe like top tier third trip kind of thing. But like, we want to go and do like the southern coast, like Nice and everything like that. Would love to do kind of one of those Viking trips that visit several countries like France and Belgium and Netherlands, Germany and things. So like, there's more trips that we're going to be doing as we've gotten older and the kids aren't around anymore. And Like, this is the stuff that we wanted to do. We wanted to start traveling the world. So, but Paris is definitely the bucket list of the bucket list. It's top tier. That's why we're going all out 100%. We want our first trip there to be amazing. And so Disneyland didn't make the cut. Not even, I don't even think it was mentioned. So I'd like to go. I'd like to go see the Haunted Mansion because I love the Haunted Mansion. And apparently the one there is very cool. It's like not even Haunted Mansion. It's called something else. I don't know. But we'll get there eventually probably. But my heart's broken for not seeing Versailles. Really wanted to see Versailles, but that's okay. We're there for a week, but you start running out of time and you don't want to try to cram too much in. It's not, I know it sounds like we're doing a ton, but I have it kind of scheduled where we're kind of kicking it in the morning, have a quick croissant, maybe a baguette, you know, just do that in the morning, have a cup of coffee, be on our way, do our thing, just kind of randomly grab lunch, maybe stop at a boulangerie and get a jambon beurre. That's the ham and butter sandwich that I'm excited about. Don't ask me why, I just am. Or maybe some crepes. There's places where you can get some really delicious looking galettes. So we're just going to kind of grab, but dinners we're going to go full on out. So, very excited about our dinners. You know, we decided that we wanted to not only experience like French culture and like the attractions and the sights and everything like that, but also French cuisine and really do it up and enjoy it and everything like that. So that's our trip. That's the game plan. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. I don't really ever say, hey, like and follow and subscribe and all that good stuff but definitely follow along. I'm going to record as much as I can, as long as it's not invasive on the rest of our trip. I'm going to definitely like record our hotel and our room and everything like that. I'm definitely going to record things at the Louvre and everything. So I have a lot of cool stuff that's going to be coming. I would definitely subscribe. I would definitely follow along. I'm going to do as well as I can. I know that I just don't speak the best or present the best and everything. But I'm pretty sure that the video and the sites will speak for themselves, and you won't need to really even listen to the audio of this redneck talking about stuff. So anyway, follow along. Really looking forward to it. I can't wait to save some stuff for posterity and for our kids to see and to share with you guys. So that's it. That's the announcement. That's what the game plan is for. We leave in 3 days. So it's going to be great. That's it. Thanks, guys.